All right, welcome to Advodads goal setting activity. This should be fun. We're going to go through the goal setting activity and the 10-minute tasks for father figures here at Advodad TNT. So, my name is Jimmy Nelson, and I put this presentation together, and we'll just go from here. So, you cannot hit a target you do not have. Advodads goal setting activity. The suggested method of use for best results will come when you consistently set aside time every day, approximately 5 minutes a day, and once a week for approximately 30 minutes. Spend a minimum of 10 minutes of focused time each day on each of Advodads' 5 F's. This will create a foundation of balance and growth in your life. Approximately 30 minutes to an hour of focused time a day to spend accomplishing your goals. For each category, you will consider and set goals based on a few questions that you will ask yourself. Asking yourself these simple questions each morning or evening will help you stay balanced and focused to accomplish the fundamental tasks that are needed to build the attributes of a great father figure. Remember, small wins every day will lead to great success. So this is what the activity starts like. And you can see on the bottom that anything faith will be spiritual or religious based goals. Fatherhood or family will be social, a skill, or a hobby. Fitness will be a physical activity, sports, diet, and nutrition. Finances will be anything to do with independence, earnings, or savings, things like that. And freedom will be mental, emotional, and intellectual. Now the next slide here is our monthly goal or our large goal. So each month or each time you come up with a new large goal, you'll want to reassess this. Now each week you rate yourself between 1 and 5 on your progress, not 1 and 10. I need to change that. And again in each one of the 5 categories. Advodads 10-minute tasks for faith, so spiritual and religious goals. Pray and give thanks every morning and meditate on your day to clear your mind. Read or study the scriptures for a minimum of 10 minutes. And do something every day to give back and better the lives of others. Now these are the examples from my PDF in the black background. So for faith, a few examples would be praying in the morning, writing down your feelings, reading the scriptures, attending church, serving in any capacity, sharing, worshiping, fasting, and researching different topics that have to do with spiritual or religious growth. Of course, singing and music also a lot of the times in lines with your spiritual growth and goals. So for fatherhood is going to be based on your social and your hobbies. So every day 10-minute tasks to develop more as a father figure. What is something that you can do today to support your child's growth? Develop your child's natural talents. What advice or information would you listen to at this age if it was you? Think about each individual child. Number 3, how can I help my child grow socially? Being able to connect with others is important. Number 4, how will developing that skill or hobby help your child prepare for their future? Remember, practice makes permanent. Only perfect practice makes perfect. So how we practice matters. For fatherhood, social skill or hobby, a couple ideas would be to try to make a friend, participate in different group activities, practice an instrument, or join a group. Outdoor skills, collecting, crafts, and cooking. Of course, any other hobbies that come along with that. All right, Advodads 10-minute tasks for fitness, physical activity, sports, diet, nutrition, things like that. Number 1, what 10-minute activity can I add to my day today to increase my vitality? Small daily wins will lead to big changes. Now, accomplishing small tasks every day will lead to ultimately reaching your bigger goals. Number 2, when will I make time today to schedule this activity in? Physically add it into your schedule. Make sure it's scheduled in. Number 3, what diet or nutrition goals do I have? You can't hit a target you don't have, like we said before. Did I get the vitamins and supplements that my body needs for top performance? Supplementation will add to and help fight against all the bad habits and things that are not leading to good health that you've been involved with. Number 5, what can I do today to lead my children towards a healthier life? Remember, your children are watching. Examples of fitness would be running, walking, skateboarding, basketball, soccer, yard games, tennis, golf, weight loss goals, food intake goals, disc golf, swimming, snowboarding, biking, rock climbing, and anything else that has to do with physical activity or nutrition and diet. So for finances, we're looking at independence, earning, and wealth. Number 1, what one additional task can I perform today to increase my financial knowledge or situation? You can't teach your children something you don't know. How can I teach that knowledge or information to my children in a simple way? Teach your children about money. Number 3, set goals for savings, emergency money, and budgeting. Stick to a plan for your goals. Number 4, what can I do today to better manage my money? Track your spending habits. Number 5, always give 10% of tithing before anything else. Pay tithe with a giving heart and live off of 90%. Everything we have is given to us as a blessing from our Heavenly Father, so living off of 90% and giving 10% back to the Lord is a huge part of having financial success. So, some of the ideas would be saving money, spending money, budgeting, reading about money, researching options, grow your knowledge, your financial knowledge, pay tithing, study wealthy people. All right, so for more freedom in your life, I want to focus on mental, emotional, and intellectual goals. Now, in these 3 categories, mental, emotional, and intellectual, that's going to give us more freedom in every other avenue. So number 1, what are some things you need to do or learn that will enhance your mental, emotional, and intellectual confidence? Start now on creating freedom for each. Unshakable or unshackle your chains. Number 2, what freedoms will come from taking action towards those things? Freedom always shows up when you consistently work towards your goals. What you can teach your children, or what can you teach your children about taking action on these tasks? Teach through example. And number 4, how can you instill in your children ways to enhance and exercise freedoms? Teach children about their heritage. Our history and our heritage is also a very important thing, and for children to know what it took to get to where we are is important. So some of the ideas would be to meditate, read something uplifting, positive affirmations each day, morning routines and nightly routines, writing in a journal, arts and creativity, counseling, and philosophy. So a little bonus would be sleep, since I'm a mattress salesman and I sell good sleep for a living. So a few extra tips. Number 1, how many hours of sleep do you need tonight to feel recovered and ready for another day? Remember to set an alarm, and remember that a minimum of 6 hours is going to give you the best sleep results. Number 2, what can I do tonight to prepare for better sleep? Form a relaxing nightly routine. Number 3, are my children getting good sleep with a regular routine? Sleep quality and consistency can increase your child's retention. Number 4, of course, early to bed, early to rise. The early bird gets the worm. All right, so 10-minute task for father figures. Remember, the only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary. I'm sure everyone's heard of SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, and realistic with a time bound. Now, assignable would be if you're in management. So a lot of the times if you're managing other people, you want to assign those goals, but we want to make sure they're attainable also for the A. One more look at what your daily goal setting activity would look like at the beginning of each day or the beginning of each month or large goal right here. Now, as we fill those goals out, they will change. So let's go over the actual activity real quick, and we'll do that right here. So this is what the activity looks like. And when you're wanting to get started each day, you're going to fill out all the pink sections. So on your monthly activity, you'll go to the large goal here. You'll fill out your large goal. So you'll write your large goal in this section here for each category. And then as you rate yourself, you will be able to see on a scale of 1 to 5 how you're doing. So we'll make that interactive, and you'll be able to see how you're doing on each goal with balance in each activity. But let's go back to your daily tasks of 10-minute tasks. So once you write down your activity that you did for the day here in this section, then each day you can go in and spend your just 1 or 2 minutes filling out whether you did that activity for the day or not. By the end of each week, you can have multiple activities accomplished for each category, and hopefully every day, at least 5 days a week, you've been able to fill out this. So if you finished every activity for faith, you'd put a 5. But say your fatherhood goals, you only did 4. But in your fitness, you did great and you had a 5 by the end of the week. And your finances, you didn't do so well. You only accomplished 2 out of 5 of your daily activities. But it gave you the opportunity to put a lot of your freedoms into place. We only missed 1 this week. So if we, at the end of our week or at the end of our day, look like this, we can now assess on how balanced and how even we are. So each category, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, should be full. And as you can see here, we only have 1 full piece. Oh, excuse me, 2 full pieces. So we did good in 2 of our categories. And now we can, at the end of each week, with our activities now filled out in each category for each day, we would now have our final numbers, and we can save and send this to Advodad at Gmail, advodadtnt@gmail.com, and make sure you attached the weekly date and your name, and we then would have your weekly totals with the activities listed on the bottom here once this section is filled out. And then each week we would go back and get it back to 0 and start over from scratch. So every day we can add to our daily activities and our daily goal and whether we did our activity or not. And then at the end of the week we can save and upload and send me a copy so that we can keep track of our goals, both 10-minute task goals on our daily and our monthly and large goals on this category here. So that is Advodads daily goal setting activity, and right here is the link to give you those ideas that we put in the presentation. So that link clicks here, and those same ideas that we went over on the presentation are now right here, and you can get to it right here. So as you're doing it, your activity, if you need a reminder of kind of what ideas to come up with for activities for each topic, this is where we would go to find ideas. Thank you for watching, and hopefully this makes a lot of sense and it is easy to walk through. We appreciate everything, and with love, Advodad, keep following for more goal setting activities and fun. Love ya.